Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Clonks, and welcome to another episode of my FC24 Manchester United career mode. Now, if you missed the last few episodes, head back and check them out in the link below. For those who have been watching, you know that in the last episode we lost to Arsenal, beat Brighton, and started our Champions League campaign off with a loss to Bayern Munich, which isn't great. In today's episode, we will play Burnley and Crystal Palace in the league and start our Carabao Cup defence against Southampton. But before we jump into the first game against Burnley today, I just wanted to show you a couple of scout reports we had back. Nothing really too much of note. We continued scouting Ezra Parsons from England. In France, we didn't get anyone, and in Brazil, there was nobody really there either. But hopefully, this Ezra Parsons might be someone who could have potential. We're just going to wait and see if that scout report comes back next month is any good. So this is the Burnley team going into the first game of this episode. So they're going with Trafford, Taylor, Alderkyle, O'Shea, Roberts, Goodmanson, Cullen, Masengo, Tresso, Amdouni and Foster in a 4-2-3-1 wide. And then my team going into it is going to be Onana, Shaw, Martinez, Varane, Dallo, Casemiro, Reyniders, Mount, Rashford, Girassi and Malin. We actually without Bruno in this one due to injury. So early on we had a strike away with Marlon, who forced a good save from the goalkeeper. Then in the 50th minute then Foster has a strike and forces it wide. We then come up the other end in the 23rd minute with Donald Marlon, plays it back to Girassi, who plays it to Casemiro, who takes a strike from the edge of the box and another wide shot. Then Burnley go on the attack, but fail to find the man, so we actually then go on the counter with Donald Marlon finding Girassi, who turns his man nicely and he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper on his left foot. Fantastic finish from Girassi there to make it 1-0 against Burnley in the 30th minute. Really good strike. And another goal for Girassi this season. Then just before half-time, Burnley get a chance with Taylor getting the header away and cannot find the back of the net. Then in the 60th minute, Roberts goes on a marauding run down the wing, gets the ball across, but Trezio can only get a tame header and it's an easy save for Onana. And then late on in the game then, Garnacho wins it high up the pitch, plays it to Kubo. McTominay gets a strike away and forces a corner. Nothing came from the corner, but then late on then Girassi has one last chance to get the ball. Falls to Amrabat, he can't get the strike away. McTominay wins it high. He loses the ball, wins it back. Gets a ball over to Garnacho, heads it back down to Shaw, who plays it over to Reyniders. Over to Kubo, nice 1-2 with Amrabat, and forces a good save from Trafford. And then from the resulting corner, Martinez gets up high, wins a header, cannot get it past Trafford, another good save, but that's how that game ended. So we beat Burnley 1-0 to get another 3 points in the league. So then it's time to jump into the Carabao Cup game. So this is the Southampton team. McCarthy, Manning, Bednarek, Holgate, Bree, Charles, Aribo, Armstrong, Dibbling, Mara and Kamaluddin in a 4-3-3 holding. And then my team was a little bit rotated with Bindia, Malaysia, Inacio, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, McTominay, Fernandes, Garnacho, Højlund and Kubo in my usual formation. Hopefully that will be enough to do the job today. So Southampton come at me fairly early with a chance here, with Aribo taking a strike, gets another chance and actually forces a save, probably should have scored. And then from that corner, they put it in, and the ref actually gives a handball against Inacio. For another, I think he's had a similar handball in a previous game, I seem to remember. This was the replay, couldn't really see it there, so VAR had a check, and it's actually not a penalty again. It's hit the back of his shoulder. It's definitely not a penalty, so VAR overturned that decision. Then in the 13th minute, we go on a counter-attack with some really nice bit of play. McTominay gets it over to Malaysia, who runs at the defence, puts a ball across for Kubo. Good first touch, goes for the strike, but well wide in the end. Then Southampton get a chance in the 23rd minute with Dibbling running, but Malaysia wins it back, plays it in Inacio, and Armstrong comes in rough. Very rough challenge, and the ref actually sends him off. There's been a lot of red cards early on this season, but that's another one that's deserving of it. I don't know what he's doing, but it's definitely a red card. Then in the 36th minute, Lindelof loses the ball. So then Southampton come with a nice bit of play. Tamara takes a strike and forces another good save from Atalay. And then from that attack, we go on the attack, on the counter-attack. So Kubo plays it to Casemiro, who plays it down to Kubo, and then Kubo runs at the defence, and he's actually one-on-one with the goalkeeper somehow, takes the strike, but forces a good save, and the keeper comfortably deals with it. So it ends 0-0 in the first half. In the second half, in the 55th minute, we get a ball up to Højlund, who heads it down to Kubo, who drives at the defence again. Kubo was having a good game. He's running at the defence, cuts inside with a dummy, nice little dummy, on his left foot, sorry, and forces a save from the corner. Then Højlund gets up and forces another save from the goalkeeper. Then, on the counter, Kamaldeen runs after the defence. Inacio can't bring him down. He goes around Lindelof and finishes. And 10 men, Southampton, actually take the lead. So then in the 74th minute, then we had another chance. We couldn't get anything before that. Garnacho cuts inside nicely, takes a strike, but well over the bar. And in the 80th minute, Marlon then on the counter-attack again, running at the defenders. Like, really good bit of physicality and acceleration to get on the man. Takes one too many touches, and Rashford misses an open goal. And that is how that ends. We lose, and we're out of the Carabao Cup in a disappointing way, considering they went down to 10 men. Really, there's our defence done. Then when I head back, Lindelof wants a new contract, and that's something I was definitely going to do, so I delegated the renewal and the extended for another year, which is good. Then it was time to face Crystal Palace in the final game of the episode. So the Crystal Palace team was Dean Henderson, Bard, Anderson, Gay, Klein, Franke, Riederwild, Dokure, Raksahaki, Eze and Ferreira up top in a 4-2-3-1 wide. And then my team was Unana, Shaw, Martinez, Varane, Dalot, Mount, Casemiro, Fernandes, Rashford, Girassi and Marlon, our first team, to try and get another 3 points in the league. So in the 4th minute, Dalot gets fouled, but we play the advantage. Good 1-2 with Casemiro and Bruno, gets out to Marlon, gets a ball across, Rashford gets the header, but wide. Then in the 25th minute, we lose the ball in our own half. Ferreira runs at the defence, gets around Varane, gets around Martinez and strikes, and it's a really good finish. And we go 1-0 down yet again with a really nice goal from Crystal Palace and Ferreira. Then just before half time we had another chance. Mount plays the ball into Bruno Fernandes, who takes a strike and forces a good save from Dean Henderson. Then early on in the second half, Martinez wins the ball back and then we go on the break. Nice bit of play here. Casemiro plays it to Marlon, who then keeps the ball, holds it up, plays it out to Dalot, who cuts back, plays it back to Marlon, inside to Casemiro, over to Mount. Mount then takes a nice couple of touches around 2 men and has a strike and actually forces a good save. That would have been a really good goal considering the team play. Then in the 62nd minute we come on the counter again with Donald Marlon running down the wing, plays it into Girassi, who takes a strike and forces another good save from Henderson and they get it away. Then in the 70th minute we go for the strike. Casemiro wins the ball again, goes with a dummy, plays over to Rashford, who then finishes nicely with a really nice tidy finish, and we actually draw it back level with 1-1 in the 71st minute. A nice finish and a nice pass. Really good goal again. And that's how that game ends. So we end the episode with a draw against Crystal Palace. So this is how the table looks after that. So we're in 9th with 10 points, but we are only 3 points outside the top 4. So it's very close, apart from Liverpool, who seem to be running away with it. Yet to lose and actually won every single game. And that's the rest of the table there if you want to have a look. In the next episode then, we will continue our Champions League push against Galatasaray. We then will have 2 games in the league against Brentford and Sheffield United. So hopefully we can pick up our first 3 points in the Champions League and continue picking up points in the league. But that's where we'll end this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything else on my channel. But other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one, where hopefully we can continue pushing on in the league and in the Champions League. But until then, take care guys.